I was only threatened twice. Then I went to the company parking lot and I look at the nicest car, which probably will be the owner. Then I just sat there. 5 debt I was mandated to recover in Nigeria. I recover all of them.
Today we have an incredible video. This is the first time ever that my guest accepts to speak openly about his job. And he does the most dangerous job in the commodity industry. He's specialized in cargo liquidation and debt recovery. And you will see this is not for faint heart. Usually those private conversations are held within the Shipping and Commodity Academy members area. But this time I was like, look, this is too good. So I really want to thank Lionel again to open this conversation to anyone. So you will see the interview takes maybe 5 to 10 minutes to warm up a little bit. And with our both accent, it could be a bit hard to understand sometimes. I understand. But please bear with me. You will see this is a unique video. So Lionel, can we say that you are the trader's cleaner? That you go behind them to clean the mess that they did?
Yeah, it's a nice way to put it. Yes, actually, it's not. Yeah, I do that, but it's not because I'm better than them. Huh? It's just that traders are dedicated to make profit, to make business for the company that they work for, and if there's a problem and they cannot dedicate the amount of time that I will dedicate to solve the problem. And I'm sure that if they were dedicating the amount of time and resource that I am, they will probably succeed, just like I do sometimes. But a trader has to make business, has to make manage his P&L and make profit. He cannot, because of an issue on one trade, put everything aside. You cannot just because of one.
Definitely. When you've got to solve an issue, it takes all of your time, and you don't really have time to conclude all the deal if you are focused on that. Yeah, that's true.
And I can say that when the problem arises, you cannot just go on the spot and spend 2 days. No, you will solve nothing. You have to go on the spot and probably stay in some debt recovery or distress cargo liquidation. For instance, in Mauritania, I stayed 2 months.
2 months to get it done.
Yeah. And then in Nigeria, I stay for debt recovery. I stayed 2 months. You have to deploy. You have to dedicate time and stay focused on the mission. And that's why that's a service that my company provide. We are just.
Let's say that how can you please walk me through? So let's say that I'm a trader. I have a cargo of rice in West Africa, in Togo. Okay, I have a cargo of rice. There's someone that haven't paid me for maybe 1 million of cargo. Mm-hmm. What are you going to check before taking me as a client? So what will be your first check?
But if you are the genuine owner of the cargo, it's very easy. You're going to have all the shipping documents. And then probably a bank financing the cargo. Then altogether with all those elements, you know that you can go and do your job properly because you have all the proper backup behind. And on the spot, this upstream work is very easy to do, to check.
So basically, you firstly check that everything is in order, then the proper possessor, owner of the cargo is the one that is claiming that it is. And then, so basically, and then do you enter into action only after a court case and you are there to execute it or not? Not you can do that before a court case.
No, I mean, I come to action whenever the customer wants me to come into the action. Okay. They decide. They are the one that own the cargo. They know the situation of the cargo. They know the situation on the spot. And basically, I follow the instruction. But then, when I'm there, I use all my experience and skills as a former trader, to liquidate the cargo at the best profitable price for the customer, so that they can mitigate their loss, or make have the bigger income coming to them.
Okay, so let's carry on with this Togo example. So I have a so I take you as a debt recovery. I mean, Lionel, I have this cargo. Let's say that there's still the stock is not there, not fully liquidated, and I need to get the money. So you are going to fly there, and then what are you going to do first when you arrive in the country? I guess you are going to see the client which is not paying. Or what is your first action usually?
I know, but here you have to there are two different things. You have a distress cargo. This is your cargo. Somebody was supposed to pay, he didn't pay. Then the contract, the transaction between this person who didn't pay at the end destination is canceled, and now you need to either find another buyer, okay? Then the customer, most of them, they are big trading house, they can find it, or the cargo is already there, lying, is putting on CMA and exposed to the local market price, and nobody wants to touch it because the initial buyers say, "Is my cargo?" Then the other importers, they are not too keen to touch it. Then you have to go to the distributors, to the customer of the initial customers, and that's what you call liquidation. Now, this is one transaction, but now you were talking about a debt. A debt is a different thing. You have debt which can be created by different. Either you have given a good on credit, or is a demurrage due, or whatever. Before we can go and recover the debt, you need to go to arbitration and to get your case approved. Then most of the time when I go and recover debt, there's an arbitration. Say for rice is a GAFTA arbitration saying, okay, company X is owing company Y so amount of money. Then you have a court decision, you have an arbitration award, and this nice expensive piece of paper, most of the time it will not be enough to get your money back. Then you have to enforce this piece of paper in going to see the debtor and to negotiate and convince him to pay as per the arbitration award.
Okay,
this is
how,
debt recovery.
Yeah. So there's two things: liquidation of the cargo that exists, and then debt recovery. Liquidation, I think it's clear, but debt recovery. So let's say you have now this arbitration that said that, look, you need to pay the trader, but the guy said, no, I don't want to. So what are you going to do? What are the leverage that you are going to use, Lionel, to make them execute this payment? Because another thing that is important to say, that everything that you do is 100% legal. So also it's quite important to say, because people can imagine things because it's in Africa or whatever, Latin America. No, 100% it's legal. So what are the leverage that you are going to use to execute to make execute those payments?
Hello. First of all, I thank you to mention everything that we do in my company is legal. What we do is that, knowing the different country where we are deploying, there are laws or even institution in those countries. Say, for instance, Nigeria, you have a very, very, very strong institution called EFCC, Economical Financial Crime Commission. They are the police of the police. They report directly to the president, and they are there to fight corruption and fraud. Then when you have an arbitration award, you go and see them. Then you have to work together with a Nigerian lawyer. We will make a petition, explain the case, and drop it to FCC. And believe me, FCC, they have the means, the power, and the will to get justice. And I have, for instance, believe me, it's easier to recover a debt in Nigeria than in Geneva. To give you an example, for 5 debts I was mandated to recover in Nigeria, I recover all of them 5 debt that I was mandated to recover in Geneva. I recovered none of them. Even worse, while recovering one of the debt, I was sanctioned by the pouvoir public, par le pouvoir public,
By the
by
government, yeah, basically.
the
Yeah.
government, which means what? That it means that it's not me. It's not me that make it possible. It's the institutions. Then
Yeah,
me when
so
I
you know,
go,
I'm not really actually the fact that Nigeria had a very strong law on that. I didn't know, but the fact that you couldn't get that out of Switzerland, Geneva. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, of course. I mean, of course, this is like a socialist country, Switzerland. So
yeah,
if someone do you wrong and you don't have an extremely strong case, yeah,
no, but uh, there's absolutely no intention. Let me tell you the truth. There's absolutely no intention in Geneva to help corporate trading houses, banks to recover debt owned by crooks that will be in Geneva. That's no intention. If there was an intention, they would have set up a task force, because EFCC is nothing less than a task force. When I go and meet my friend in EFCC, they are bank specialists, they are lawyers, they are traders, people coming with a different background. That when they go on an operation, they know exactly. They know about shipping, they know about logistics, they know everything. They have a department for bank fraud. Believe me, it's just a question of intention and put it the resource, and then to go and to make to accomplish the mission. And some other country which we believe that they are like say for instance, Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast, the law is very similar to the French law, but believe me, you cannot go after a crook in Ivory Coast. You will never get your money back. I've tried it many years, half a decade, many cases, impossible. But at the same time, Guinea Conakry, which is historically a country we separate from France, decolonized before any other country, their jurisdiction is not as per the French one. Believe me, you can recover any debt there. Then
yeah, I did not. And you know what? I worked a lot in Conakry. I had a lot of customer there, and I didn't know that it was possible to get. I mean, it was easier to get something from in Conakry than in Ivory Coast.
and
But okay, and okay, so can you give me like for instance, Nigeria? Can you give me like can you walk us through a case that's where you involve the EFCC? What was the EFCC?
EFCC,
And yeah, and
EFCC,
EFCC.
Economical Financial Crime Commission.
Yeah, can you give us an example in your story from your past that a case that you solved with the EFCC, how it worked, how did it work, and what happened exactly on the ground? And another question that was said: aren't you sometimes afraid for your safety? Because those countries, like, look, if there are powerful people that are, they stole money from like an outsider, sometimes I mean, you know that better than I. So, can you answer those two questions?
Yeah, no, I mean, if in my almost 8 years of debt recovery business, I was only threatened twice to be killed twice.
But what do you mean threatened? Is it with a gun or by with war? I
No,
mean,
they didn't come with gun. No, for sure.
Okay.
I've not seen guns, but they clearly told me, listen, if you like your health, if you like your life, you better drop it. Then they couldn't be more specific than that. But to tell you the
And
truth,
where was that? In which country?
in Ghana, in Nigeria.
In Ghana, in Nigeria. Yeah. But you told me in Ukraine also you had this right.
I've never been. I never went to East Europe to recover debt. Never, ever.
Was it Ukraine or Turkey? I don't remember. But we
No,
discussed.
Turkey. Yeah,
It was Turkey.
Turkey. I went, but I was not the one being threatened.
Okay.
It was my customer.
Okay.
That's make a difference, but he was quite scared.
Yeah,
But
I can
he
imagine.
was.
So, so you are that, and how do you handle it? do you just drop it if it's 200 euros, or sometimes you said, look, this guy is full of shit. I mean, we can go hard on him.
Alors, in Turkey, my customer, yes, he decided to drop it. Yeah, he dropped it. He dropped it. I didn't advise him or whatever. I didn't. He took the decision and said, "Okay, the mandate, we pay you. You've done your job, but we decided we take the loss." It was a big amount, and when I was in Ghana and Nigeria, yeah, to be threatened is not good. Huh? To tell you the truth, I was a bit scared. Then the same night, I check out of my hotel and I check in to another hotel.
Just
At
to
least
make sure.
that was a minimum. Then I also, the second thing in the morning, I went to report it to the police, to the local police, to say, listen, this person has threatened me. And then the police went to investigate.
Oh.
Then the guy, yeah, he cool off, huh? He cool off.
Okay.
And I believe if somebody wants to shoot me or kill me, he will not give me any warning.
Yeah,
Then
you're right.
somebody that say it, yeah, okay, you have to be careful, you have to take care, to take it seriously. Then I did what I could do. Then, okay, change the hotel. I went to report so that there's a trace with the police. The police went to see those two guys, immediately. And then when I did the debt recovery process, then this was something in my favor. You see.
Yes, of course.
Then that's it. But yeah, but there are some countries I will never go for debt recovery. I will never go to Ukraine. I will never go to Russia. I'm not interested because basically they will not warn me. I will not get any warning. Huh?
Yeah, some Eastern European country, yeah, you just don't get it. I mean, if you get,
no, I don't think it.
Just yeah. There the state is involved, so it's very difficult to do anything. Okay, but what was it, the story in Nigeria when you got kidnapped? So that was nothing to do with a debt recovery.
No. I was attacked, but that was nothing to do with it. When I lived in Nigeria almost 9 years, and we were attacked. My wife and I, we were attacked when we were in the car, and they took us out of the car and asked for money to let us go. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was okay. That was
nothing to do with the debt recovery.
With the business. Okay, but and so you've been doing that for 8 years, and usually, do you have like a success rate, or how do you? I mean, when someone
it's a no cure, no pain, no success, no pay. But since most of my customers are much richer than me, I ask them to pay in advance. I used to ask them to pay in advance to cover the deployment. And then if there's a success, they deduct this advance from the success fee. Then say if we agree on a success fee of 5%, then they know it will cost them 5% overall. It's very easy calculation to make. But this was before COVID. After COVID, there was a complete change of mindset or way of proceed in debt recovery for all of my customers. They decided not to pay any more advance, which means because basically in their books, all those debts are already put in the loss. Then
yeah, so and I think COVID was a good also for, if I can, I think at a higher level, as an executive, you have all those debt, you don't know what you are going to do. Then COVID hits, and you're like, this is a good chance. I can say like to my board or whatever, look, we have all those debt, but because of COVID, just take a loss, and I don't want to think about it anymore.
Yes. Then post COVID, to tell you the truth, no more business, no more people asking to recover that, because most likely all those books were clean. They clean up the bad debt. Then there was no more debt. Then they will not spend money on the advance money. Then basically I had to change a bit my business model, and I went into buying debt because some trading companies, getting into liquidation. In the liquidation, there are some debt. Then I went to buy some debt, invested in buying debt, invested in legal procedures, and invested in deployments. But this then is even tougher because you're investing a lot of money and you don't know when you're
It
gonna
takes
get the
time.
money.
It takes time to.
And
It
it
takes time
takes
to.
time. One debt I bought 3 years ago,
Mm.
beginning of COVID. I still have not recovered that. Recovered the debt yet, but I
But
am quite confident.
that
But
you will. But how? Like, are you going to buy the debt? Like 10% of the face value, 5%?
oh no, no, I pay to give you for this specific debt
Yeah.
is a debt against two debtors in Benin. Is a debt of $2 million, and I pay 3,000 Swiss francs.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
But then there's a cost to
not
get those
then
execution.
then I spent the company spent $180,000 in a legal procedure in England because we went to a world freezing order, and with this procedure was very expensive. And then I deployed. I went there, and
You went there and so on. Yeah.
then we are more or less out of $200,000.
Yeah. So okay, just to so
Then
basically the debt has no value, but then the procedure is expensive. And actually, what you're doing, I don't think there is a lot of people that would buy a debt to someone in Benin. This is a skill set that few people really have. And so now, okay, so the idea with this debt, so you went to a world freezing order. So that means that Interpol is going to flag the guy and
not
just
yet.
not yet.
Yes,
But this is
that
where you
was
want to go.
that's the exact. Thank you. Well, you saw it right. Exactly. Interpol was the last. Was
This is
actually
the last step.
what we were aiming for.
Mm.
We throughout this worldwide freezing order, there was a judge in England who gave asset disclosure order to those debtors. Those debtors decided not to reply, not to answer, to pay any attention to those junction orders, and they were condemned for court contempt, and they were sentenced 2 years in jail in England. Okay, then it was a civil case. They were owing money, and it became a penal case with a prison sentence. But this was not enough to go to Interpol and get a red flag, a red notice. It was not enough. But we found out some other bad things that they did that we could relate to their business activity, and then most likely we're gonna get this red flag.
Yeah. Because also for people that don't understand, is like when you owe to millions or anyone that have millions in Africa or anywhere in the world actually, those people usually they travel a lot. You know, they go to Dubai, they go to London, they go to the US, they use their money. You know, and if you can get Interpol to flag them at the airport, then they are stuck. So this is why this is the best leverage to make pay someone that you cannot really catch in their country. This is the international law, but it takes time. Man.
Yeah. But thanks to this UK legal procedure that we invested in, and the end result, and the different link that we made through investigation and all that, we're gonna finally get a red flag, and they're gonna have issue when they travel because they're gonna be arrested, detained, and there'll be a deportation order. Then if France have a treaty of deportation with England, they'll be sent to England to spend 2 years in jail.
So this is a good way to pay this money. So a good reason to pay the money. Okay. So there's this business, and I had another question for you. So did you manage sometime to get debt paid just with the arbitration order? So that means that you get the arbitration order, You fly there, and just by speaking with the guy, you manage to solve it. Or it's not that easy. You always need to apply legal procedures and so on,
Yeah.
leverage with the embassy, whatever.
Alors, uh, I don't recollect any debt that I recovered just with the arbitration hour. No, I don't. I don't think I ever did that. Then when you talk, you mention embassy. Embassies are useless.
They're useless because
They are
this is
useless.
often,
Even worse.
often
Even worse. Even worse. Even worse. In one case, the Swiss embassy, they put me in trouble. They put me in trouble. And really and truly, bon, it's true, I'm Swiss. Huh? I have a master from Geneva University. I'm an officer of the Swiss Army, but when you look at me, you don't see that. Then when I get to the Swiss embassy in this African country, I was received like I was I was just the other. And the guy, he treated me very bad. He told me stupid nonsense. And then he went to make some few calls. Then I got issue. I even got issue with the people I was dealing, the police and all that. And then I had to go back to the embassy to force them to sign me a document saying that I was mandated by a customer. My company is a duly registered Swiss company, blah blah blah. That known for debt recovery, blah blah blah. That Mr. Rossini is, and to stamp it and to give it to me to cover the mistake they made.
So to solve the because this is the first thing that if you have like any trouble, go see the embassy.
If you have any trouble, I will not do. They are useless. The only embassies, let me tell you, on debt recovery, the only embassy that will help you and they will step in to, if say you're an American company, this somebody in some social country owe you money, you write the US embassy, they will help you. They will help you. The person will never get a visa. They will arrest the person and make troubles. The US, yes, they will. The Swiss, you forget.
How do you navigate with a debtor that doesn't want to pay? Because this is very difficult conversation to have with those guys. So you go there, you see them, you say, "Look, I'm here to recover this money. Please pay us." But I can imagine this is quite. I mean, this must not be easy to go there and for you it's okay. I mean, this is your job. You don't have any issue.
First and foremost, you need to see and assess if the debtor has money or not.
Has the money. Yeah, of course.
If he has no money, you just stop it. There's nothing you can do. You forget it. The person has the creditor has to take the loss, unfortunately, and I will not take the mandate. Before I take a mandate, I check if the debtor is somebody that can pay back the debt. If you cannot, there's no need. Then once you find out that he can pay, he has enough resource, and he has assets or whatever, and you can get to those assets, then you go for it. But yeah, first of all, you have to introduce yourself and give the chance to the debtor to pay. You say, okay, listen, you are owing such and so amount to such and so company. I was mandated to recover it. Can you pay? Do you want to pay? How can you pay? And this is the first discussion you have. In Europe, it happened that I went to recover a debt of a couple of millions of euro. It was a family business owing to a bank. Then, first of all, they avoid me. Then I had to go to the office like for 2 weeks because oh no, it's right, travel, this and that. At the end, I was a bit tired. Then I went to the company parking lot and I look at the nicest car, which probably will be the owner. And I just sat there, waited until he come. When he saw me, he didn't get his car. He took a cab. Then I followed the cab. Then I follow him to his house. And then I said, listen, you cannot run away from me. I'm not gonna leave until we discuss. Then he said, okay, let's meet tomorrow. Then we met. But after 2 weeks of going to his office, trying to get an appointment, and we sit down, and he said, okay, I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna pay. And then he said, okay, but I cannot pay in full. Then we work on a payment plan. And in 8 months, he had paid the full debt. And when he paid the full debt, he told me, you see, I'm still owing some money to other banks, but I'm not gonna pay them. And I said, why? He said, because no, they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They didn't come to see. You see, they don't care. Then he said, I'm not gonna pay them. And it was okay. I was like, okay. But he told me, I'm not gonna give you the name of the bank so that you don't go and see them. I said no. I said no.
Okay.
Don't worry. But then this is one way. But then sometimes you have to be a bit. You have to use the institution and you have to be a bit stronger.
Yeah, I mean, so this, yeah, so I guess, and so now the company is only you, I guess, because it's how can you teach this skill? Because I mean, I understand. Yeah, we didn't talk about your past, but you were a commodity trader. You work for the big names out there, so you traveled a lot. You understand exactly how everything is going on there. So this is, I guess, how made you fit to do what you are doing now. But how would you teach someone what you're doing?
Yeah, I don't. I think I'm sure it can be it can be taught. It can be. We can educate and share experience and all that. But first of all, the person that wants to do that, he needs to have a certain amount of character.
Mental strength.
Yeah, and there are things that he must have before first of all,
you cannot be a pussy.
Yeah, you must be physically. You have to be physically courageous. You have to somebody to you go to a fight. I mean, not be scared of going to fight to get punch and give punch. If you don't have this mentality, don't do that, because you're gonna expose yourself to so much. To physical stress, to mental stress, to plenty of things. If you don't have the capacity to take the blow, don't do that. Because believe me, in 8 years, I took so many blows. Then I don't even mention or think about it, because otherwise I'll be down.
Yeah. But it's true, because I can think a little bit about that. I remember one day I was in Niger. Okay, Niger, in the middle of nowhere. Niger is really, if you don't know people, it's like
I've been to
in
Niger,
the middle of Africa. Yeah, there is like nothing there. And I was there because we had an issue with a client that was not willing to pay. So I said, look, I still need to go there to try to see if I can solve it. I did solve it, but I was there in my hotel room. I'm like, what am I doing with my life? I mean, what am I doing here? It's like, it's it's like what's the deep question sometimes that you have when you are lost in the middle of nowhere. So, okay, so strength, physical strength, mental strength, because you are amateur boxer, right?
I'm a kickboxer. Yeah, I'm a kickboxer. I'm black belt. I'm black belt kickboxing, full contact, and I'm kickboxing. I practice Muay Thai since I'm 8. I practice since I'm 18, and I'm 55 today. And I never stopped.
Okay. Lionel, so thanks a lot for your time. So if anyone wants to find you, where should they go?
But they can check the website, www.colossiens.ch already.
I will put a link with all the details, I guess, below this video. And then hopefully I wish you all the best with all those debt recovery, and that it's get some
Thank you very much, Damien.
Closing soon. So thanks.
Okay, very good. Take care. Bye.